Yeah, I know it's camo. I wear it all the time. I don't know what time of year hunting season is in Alaska. Tommy, we would never harm our sponsors.
Yeah, Tommy. Good Lebby, look. Your uncle's in the car.
Quick thinking on your part.
That was close. You want some moose jerky?
Don't mind if I do.
Good evening. How's the rowdy bunch of Moose members out there? Wait a minute, I'm confused. That sounds like the quiet and well-behaved Moose crowd. Where's the rowdies? Oh, there they are. There's the rowdies up there. Oh, in the back. I see ya. Hey, is Minnesota in the house? Where's Jody at?
Michigan's all the way in the back.
Is that Jody? All right, there we go. You got it. Hey, is El Presidente in the house? There we go. That is a shout out from El CEO. How about the great state of Florida? Rodney, what happened? You said Florida was only going to take up a tiny little section. I think Florida's about half of the theater right here. Here's what I heard, and it hasn't been confirmed yet, but that every lodge in the Florida Moose Association is represented here in Milwaukee. El Presidente, don't trip. What do we got? Come over here.
Come on, my group.
We've got the LCEO. You want a picture, sweetheart?
Come on, I want my group up here. We planned this all year. Come on, my
Here,
group.
you hold this side.
Okay.
There we go.
Get up here, guys.
Oh boy, be careful.
Olive,
I'm
get
not sure
up
this is
here.
a great idea.
Oh,
Hey, this is a bad idea to don't walk around the teleprompters. Come over here. We'll move over
Come
this
on,
way.
Preston.
Don't walk around the teleprompters. Please don't walk around the teleprompters.
Sandy and Harry have their shirts too, but they didn't wear them.
Everybody's got your LCEO shirt on. All right, when we're done taking the picture, we're going to go off over here to the left, okay?
I can't stay up here with you?
Here we go.
You got the main ones right here, honey.
You're on video.
There you
You're
go.
all going to be on video.
There you
all right.
go.
check out YouTube. You'll be on YouTube. Watch the teleprompter though. Hey, how about a round of applause for Colorado?
We're not crazy, are we?
You're not crazy. No, you guys aren't crazy at all. They don't call you the Mile High State for nothing. I've got to choose my OV assignments a little better. You know what's strange? No one ever puts me down to be CEO. I mean, to be the OV as the CEO. How come that is? Do you know, Terry?
No, I don't know. I can't explain it.
What do you got for us?
I'm just looking where I'm supposed to go. Are we supposed to march in tonight?
No, Sunday morning.
Okay.
You got Sunday. Hey, listen, it's a good problem to have, but coming into the theater, apparently everybody decided to eat at the same restaurant tonight. And so we still have some brothers and sisters who are outside waiting to get in. I know it is 7:02, and you know me, I like to start right at 7 o'clock. But I do want to give everybody a chance to get into the theater. So we're going to wait just a couple minutes. Anybody here from California, Nevada? Wow. I was going to say I can't see you, but you light the moose up. I tell you what, that is awesome. Hey, you know we're here in Packerland. Anybody from Wisconsin? Anybody other than Tom Cronenberg here from Wisconsin? Tom is the man. How about my state of Illinois? Anybody from Illinois? How about right next door, Indiana? Michigan. Whoa! Wow. Bob Funky, you've got a following there. Anybody from up in the Northwest, Washington? Oregon? Why aren't you two sitting next to each other? You don't like each other or what? Montana? Okay, how about the Dakotas? Are you up there in the box seats? Nice. How about Alaska? I think they're all home enjoying the summer season there. Arizona, New Mexico? Mississippi? Ooh, front and center, love it. Alabama? All right, you sat together and one person decided to sit way over there. How about Louisiana? She had her Red Bull. Good job. Nice. Nicely done. You represent the entire association. Texas. How about Texas? There we go. There's Texas. Marie and Jim say hello and they miss you guys. Where are we at? How about the Northeast? Front and center. Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Fantastic. Connecticut. There we go, small but mighty, love it. How about the Carolinas? Let's go with North Carolina. South Carolina. Pennsylvania. Nicely done, Pennsylvania. How about OH? OH. OH. There we go. Kentucky. All right, 4 people from Kentucky. Tennessee. There we go. I see you up there. How about Georgia? Georgia's in the house. Idaho, Utah. All right, Idaho, Utah. I haven't skipped anybody. Who are you looking for? the lights. What is it? Maryland, Delaware, D.C. All right, is anybody here from Maryland, Delaware, D.C.? Okay, that's the signage in the back. Anybody from Canada? Don Barrel's got them wound up. I love the hats. We got everybody? No, I don't want to say New York because I know what happens whenever I say New York. I already got that. Kentucky, yeah. How we doing? Still on? Hey, I'm headed to Iowa, Eastern Nebraska to be anybody from Iowa, Eastern Nebraska? All right. How about Missouri, Northern Kansas? Not bad. Did I already say Florida? I swore I could catch them sleeping on that one. Is anybody here from the United Kingdom? Awesome. There we go, all the way over the pond. New Jersey? Where's my guy at? Where's my guy? He's up there? Oh, there's Bill Rose. Where's Bruce Mass? There he is. Okay, he's here. All right. Make sure Bruce is here. Did I say Virginia? Love you, Virginia. Now, I didn't differentiate between Quebec and Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan. They've already fallen asleep in Canada. It's been a long winter. Has the sun even come out up there yet? I think going forward, that's all I'm gonna have to do is just go like this. And then if I want to get California, Nevada, I just do this. And then if I want to get everybody else, I just do this. Because everybody else has to be louder than. And I know you can be louder than. So let's see how you do. There we go. Now they tell me the line outside is still long, but we're going to have to break down and get started sooner or later, right? So good evening, you wild and crazy moose herd. As we get ready to begin tonight, give your attention to the video screens, please.
Good evening and welcome to Milwaukee and Pumping Up with Hans and Franz, the informative training program for the serious moose member.
Welcome. We're back.
All right. Once again, I'm Hans.
And I am Franz. And we just want to pump the moose up.
All right, everyone.
All right, first of all, let's get this out in the open. Neither Hans nor I are happy about our current appearance contract.
Yeah, our popularity makes us targets for the flabby product market.
Yeah, Hans. We have the perfect muscularity to sell any and every product. But hear me now and believe me later. We are not for sale, people.
That's right, Franz. We are only here wearing Wisconsin blocks of cheese on our heads for the moose.
Yeah, we aren't here tonight to give a lesson on the difference between spring cheese and shredded mozzarella, but together to pump The Moosa.
Yeah, did you know that this isn't even real Wisconsin cheese on our heads?
You know that doesn't surprise us? It's like the Green Bayou Packers defense. Looks good, but it has a lot of holes in it.
Right, Franz. Do you remember when the Packers tried to recruit us to be their defensive line? We were like super muscular little babies.
Yeah, we even kept our draft day uniforms that Roger Goodell gave us. Take a look.
Yeah, the Packers wanted to play just you and I on defense. 2 versus 11.
Yeah, we could have defeated everyone except the most powerful team in the entire NFL. You all know who we're talking about. The Bears.
Well, Franz, you know what would make this a special night is to have everyone in the theater, everyone join us in saying the North America's mightiest fraternity, the Moose, together.
Yeah, on the count of 3, let's hear your strong voices in a unity. The Moose. 1, 2, 3. The Moose. Again. The Moose. One more time with lots of moose pride. The Moose.
That was totally awesome, Franz. All this talk about the Moose makes me want to flex.
All right, to prove our strength is natural and hormone-free, even while wearing a Pika cheese head, let's flex our abnormally freakish muscles.
Okay, enough. We are striking fear in the hearts of too many Plucker fans.
Yeah, we aren't here to upset our moose milk drinking friends. We just want to pump the moose up.
Okay, Franz, okay. Before the skit starts smelling like Limburger, let's make like macaroni and get the cheese out of here.
Right, Hans. We need to hear more about the Moose Heart, and the Moose Haven. Let's churn our freakishly muscular bodies and burn like butter. But first, I believe we are missing something.
Ah, yeah. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Live from Milwaukee, it's opening night. Say cheese.
All right. Thanks for putting up with that B comedy reel. Members of our Moose family, on behalf of the chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors, Robert K. Funke, members of the Moose International Board of Directors, the Grand Regent, Verna Miller, members of the Women of the Moose Grand Council and International Higher Degree Board, International Moose Legion President Ronnie Serio, and members of the Moose Legion Council, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Milwaukee and this opening of the 137th International Moose Convention. To those of you who are attending an International Moose Convention for the first time, we welcome you and hope this becomes something you look forward to for years to come. I would like to take a minute to outline what lies ahead over the course of the next few days. The Fellowship Breakfast and Conferral will take place Sunday morning, May 25th at 7:30 a.m. in Baird Convention Center Grand Ballroom C. The College of Regents Luncheon is at 12:30 on Sunday, May 25th in the Hilton Crystal Ballroom. The display area's gift store and registration area will be open Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Monday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. The lost and found, ladies, if you lost your husband, you can locate them at the information booth. The Heart of the Community Project will be for Feeding America in Eastern Wisconsin, an organization that provides for the needs of those individuals and families facing food insecurity across 35 counties in Wisconsin. Please join us in helping with this important warehouse activities on Tuesday, May 27th at 1 p.m. Stop by the Heart of the Community booth for more information. Finally, the Moose Charities March of Checks will be Monday, May 26th at the end of the third session of the Moose right here in Miller High Life Theater. The invocation this evening will be delivered by our Moose International Director and Chaplain Mark J.K. Penscover. Please rise, and following the prayer, remain standing for the presentation of colors and the singing of our anthems.
Let us fold our arms and bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity for our Moose family to gather this evening at the opening session of the 137th International Moose Convention. We humbly ask you to bless all of the members of our great fraternal organization, including those here in Milwaukee and those back home in our communities across the United States and Canada. Knowing that working alone we can accomplish good, but working together we can accomplish great, we ask you, Father, to help us strengthen our existing relationships we have nourished over the years and build new friendships. We ask that you be with us and keep us faithful in our attendance at the convention sessions and special events over the next 4 days. Finally, we ask for your continued guidance, strength, and blessing to enable us to fulfill our missions of caring for our children at Mooseheart, our senior members at Moose Haven, as well as the communities in which we live. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Do we love Mark and Angie Penscover, their family? Please join in the singing of our British National Anthem, Canadian National Anthem, and the Star-Spangled Banner this evening as we are led by our very own Brian DeBose of Wilmington, North Carolina Lodge 343. The Mooseheart NJROTC Color Guard will be presenting the colors.
God save our gracious King. Long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Through glowing heart we see thee rise, our true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
How about another round of applause for our anthem singer, Brian DeBose, and the Mooseheart NJRTC Color Guard. You may be seated. Thank you, Brian, for that inspiring start to the convention. The 137th meeting of the Moose Fraternity will now come to order. Moose International Sergeant-at-Arms Robert Bracefield has determined that those present are entitled to remain. So that we may ascertain whether or not a quorum is present, we call upon Credentials Committee Chairman Thomas Cronenberg from Muskego, Wisconsin Lodge 1057.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Milwaukee County, my hometown. Glad you all could be here. Chairman Funke, CEO Hart, representatives, alternates, past presidents, and members here assembled, I am privileged to announce there is a quorum present. At the present time, we have 1,641 representatives, past presidents, and past regents. And we have 391 other members of the Moose registered, for a total of 2,032 Moose members. CEO Hart, this concludes the initial Credential Committee report.
Thank you, Brother Tom. Good job, man. Just as a reminder, the Credentials report is driven off of a scanned membership badge. So if you were just here tonight and you didn't go to a workshop, you didn't attend the Women of the Moose business meeting or the Moose Legion luncheon today, you haven't been scanned and counted in this number. So sometimes that number may seem a little low on opening night, that's why. Basically, Tom could announce a quorum was present with just the state of Florida. Thank you, Brother Cronenberg. We will call upon you again this coming Tuesday for your final report. Past Supreme Governor and Pilgrim President Rodney Hammond. who, if you didn't know, comes from the great state of Florida. Since a quorum is present, we now ask you to officially open the meeting of the Moose by obligating the representatives, past presidents, past regents, and the Moose International officers present, so that we may proceed with the roll call and regular order of business.
There are representatives, past presidents, and past regents at our convention that are in attendance for the first time. It is, of course, necessary for them to take the obligation of the Moose International, and I see no reason why others who have been in attendance before should not take it again. I ask you to rise. Place your left hand over your heart. Raise your right hand and repeat after me using your name where I use mine. I, Rodney Hammond, in the presence of God, do solemnly promise that I will be faithful in my attendance to the sessions of this Moose meeting. I will obey all laws of Moose International, as well as lawful orders of the chairman of the board and of the board of directors. I do further promise I will conduct myself in such a manner as to bring no discredit upon the Moose nor the fraternity it represents. And finally, I do promise I will strive to be a more loyal Moose than ever before. To all of which, may God keep me steadfast in this my Moose oath and obligation. You may lower your hands and be seated. Brother Chairman Funky, it is time to administer the obligation to you as the presiding officer of this Moose meeting. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
You will place your left hand over your heart, raise your right hand, and repeat after me using your name where I use mine. I, Rodney Hammond,
I, Robert Funky,
do solemnly promise
that
I will preside over this convention in the manner provided by the fraternity's general laws. And I will do everything in my power to advance the purpose of this fraternity. So help me God. You may lower your hand, and I now declare the 137th meeting of the Moose legally opened and ready for the transaction of business. Brother Chairman Funky, I present you your gavel.
Thank you. As the first order of business, I would like to call upon our Chief Executive Officer, Scott D. Hart, for his address to the convention.
I know what you're thinking, more of this guy. Hey, listen, is it exciting to be back in Milwaukee or what? Last time we were here, it was 2013, if you can believe that. And we were celebrating several 100th anniversaries. It was a moment of good news to observe the strength and staying power of Mooseheart, the Moose Legion, and the women of the Moose. Then in March of 2020, we all got some bad news as the international convention planned for Milwaukee was canceled. We held our very first ever virtual convention, and I hope the last. The good news was that the registered delegates voted to unify our fraternity by electronic vote. The bad news was it took until the Cincinnati Convention in 2021 to celebrate together this historic step forward for the Moose. We had a phenomenal time in New Orleans last year. Right? New Orleans, that was great. If you remember, I attempted to make my opening night address interactive with you, and the emphasis on the word attempted. We had countdown slides, 3, 2, 1, and then put the correct answer up for you to say. As we started, the good news was that everyone from Canada caught on right away. Everybody from Canada. And did not read the numbers out loud. The bad news is that everyone from the United States of America read the numbers out loud. It must have been fun to sit out there and watch me try to anticipate if you were going to follow the game plan I was laying out or not. I left New Orleans telling myself to just leave the audience participation in the history books and put it on the shelf. But Chairman Funky encouraged me to not give up on you. He said that Michigan would help lead the way, along with help from Wisconsin, Ohio, Illinois, and Colorado. Oh my gosh. Hang on a second. Now that's what I'm talking about, a little Moose enthusiasm. I've already given you a clue into how this is going to work tonight. It's called Good News, Bad News. Please, please, don't let me down. A quick review of the past 4 years proves that we are on the right track. With well thought out plans and the right pace for change in our fraternity, we have realized 4 straight years of membership growth. In 2022, we grew by 5,120 members. In 2023, we surged forward by another 22,966 members. Then in 2024, we added an amazing 30,292 members. On April 30th, 2025, we strengthened our fraternity by another 6,787 members. Now tell me all together, is that good news or bad news? My goodness, you are awesome tonight. The last time we had 4 straight years, it started in 1988 with a gain of 203 members. 1989 saw a gain of 5,177 members. In 1990, we grew by 11,568 members. And in 1991, by 4,219. Sounds good, right? But we followed this up with 20 straight years of membership loss. Good news or bad news? Definitely bad news. For the Embrace Our Community membership campaign year, we saw 805 lodges achieve a gain in active membership. That's awesome. With 322 lodges showing a gain of 30 or more members. Good news or bad news? As wonderful as all that sounds, it means that 483 lodges either stayed flat, which was 3 lodges, or had a net loss of members. We were impacted by a loss of 20,880 members in these 480 lodges. What do you think, good news or bad news? Now, as part of the campaign last year, the Moose International Board of Directors initiated a +1 incentive, whereby every lodge with an active gain in membership would be rebated the entire ABCD, a big charitable dollar or / per capita, for every member in plus territory. Either by check or accounts receivable credit, lodges were rebated a total of $1,280,891. Is that good news or bad news? It's good news anytime Moose International is giving you money, right? The top 4 lodges receiving a rebate check from Moose International were Winter Haven, Florida Lodge, 1023, with a gain of 577 members, so a check for $21,926. Riverhead, New York. I said Riverhead, New York. There we go. Lodge 1742 with a gain of 598 members and a check for $22,724. Punta Gorda, Florida Lodge 1693 with a gain of 633 members and a check for $24,054. And your top incentive check casher is Gulf Cove, Florida Lodge 2554 with a gain of 671 members and a rebate check of $25,498. How nice is that? While we're on the topic of Moose International giving back to our lodges, the Board of Directors recently extended the generous and beneficial local marketing grant program to a tune of $500,000. This past year, 250 lodges took advantage of up to $3,000 grants to showcase the Moose Lodge by sponsoring local youth sports, fairs, parades, festivals, celebrations, and concerts. Additionally, 226 lodges were awarded a Lodge Improvement Grant in 2024. The board has graciously added another $500,000 to the Lodge Improvement Grant program, raising the total funds available this year to $2 million. What do you think, good news or bad news? Check out Chief Marketing Officer Kurt Wiebe's grant workshop on Sunday and Monday for more information. In the midst of celebrating the unification of our fraternity and 4 straight years of membership growth, plus just becoming a little numb to the process of lodges forfeiting their charters, merging with another lodge, or the compliance office taking the necessary steps to revoke a failing lodge charter, I totally lost sight of just how many lodges are closing. On April 30th, 1992, a time when Christy and I had not even been house parents at Mooseheart for a full year, we had 2,136 lodges in our fraternity. On April 30th, 2014, and into my second full year as Director General, we had 1,577 active lodges. On April 30th, 2025, we had fallen to 1,288 lodges. That is a loss of 848 lodges in 33 years, or an average of about 26 lodges per year closing. Good news or bad news? We currently have 49 lodges with less than 100 members as well. As of today, we haven't been able to shore this area up and prevent good lodges from fading away due to lack of leadership, financial mismanagement, absence of a fraternal mindset, and a scarcity of member activities and service to the local community. If you were to ask me what is the one thing that keeps me awake at night, it would be this. Now, is our goal of 1 million members still attainable? Absolutely. We can surely get there with you leading the way. And a special shout out tonight and thank you to our incredible sponsors. You are making growth possible. If you have sponsored someone in the past 12 months, would you please stand up to be recognized? Look at that. That's the sponsors who are moving this fraternity forward. How about a round of applause for our sponsors? Fantastic. In 2018 and 2019, when planning for a unified fraternity really started in earnest, it was decided to keep our current higher degree programs for the women and men untouched. This was based on direct feedback from you in online surveys and during our November 2019 One Moose Summit meeting in Orlando, Florida. Again in 2023, we sought your opinion on our higher degree programs, and once again, the overwhelming response was, maintain them as they are. This has led to the creation of a brand new fraternal recognition program that is being launched tonight. You might be wondering, do we need another program to recognize fraternal contributions and achievements? Great question, and I'll tell you why. We do. As of this week, we have 374 women serving as lodge administrators. Yeah. And 235 women serving as lodge presidents. In total, there are 2,516 women serving on Lodge Board of Officers. Last year, that number was over 3,500 women serving on the Lodge Board of Officers. What women have accomplished in Lodge leadership roles since May 1st of 2021 has gone by and large unrecognized by our fraternity. For a man serving as Lodge president or administrator and being a Moose Legionnaire, it builds their fraternal resume towards the Fellowship Degree of Honor or quite possibly the Pilgrim Degree of Merit. For a female serving in Lodge leadership, it does not count towards any Women of the Moose Honors, Academy, Star, or Collegian. For all the ladies in the theater tonight, with the limited amount of information you have, is the new fraternal recognition program good news or bad news? Well, this recognition program will give our 358,000 female lodge members concrete objectives to increase their positive impact on the Moose, their community, Mooseheart, and Moose Haven. Plus, given that a little less than 10% of our 554,000 male lodge members belong to the Moose Legion, it opens up new opportunities for greater and greater recognition for 500,000 men as well. And this new program is open to every member, whether you just joined the Moose fraternity or you have had your College of Regents degree or Pilgrim degree for 10 years or more now. We all are starting from square one. There are 4 levels: Preferred, Power, Prestige, and Platinum. Let's take a closer look at just the first 2 levels. For the Moose Preferred status, a member must attain all 5 of the following beginning May 1st, 2025. Sponsor 1 new member into the lodge. Attend a lodge orientation presentation. Complete and log 10 volunteer hours at the lodge or one that involves a Moose-initiated Heart of the Community project or event. Donate at least once to Moose charities either via online contribution or by check in support of Mooseheart or Moose Haven. And create and maintain an active My Member record. Since I know there are some overachievers in the theater tonight, let's jump right to the second level. This level requires you to hold the Moose Preferred status plus achieve 5 of the following 8 criteria. Sponsor 5 lodge members within a single membership campaign year, May 1st through April 30th in either of the past 2 years. Served a complete successful 2025-2026 term as a lodge officer. 2 consecutive years as a donor to Moose charities, including the current year. Current and lodge leadership training. Served a complete successful 2025-2026 term as Lodge Committee Chair. Attended the most recent International Moose Convention. Have participated in an international sports tournament within the past 3 years. Complete and log a minimum of 50 cumulative volunteer hours at the lodge or one that involves a Moose-initiated Heart of the Community project or event. Something new in LCL and My Member record will be the recording of members attending a lodge orientation. For lodge administrators out there or assistant administrators, make sure you keep good attendance logs for each orientation that is held, as members will want to receive credit for attending. Also new with this program is tracking your very own volunteer hours. Seems a little surprising to me that an organization that has one of its core principles, service to others, doesn't have a good tracking system to quantify just how much we're contributing to the good of the lodge and the local community. Starting on Tuesday, May 27th, you will be able to log the volunteer assistance you are providing at your lodge or within your community. As you saw in earlier slides, these hours are needed to achieve any of the 4 statuses. A quarterly report of all member Heart of the Community volunteer hours and activities will be sent to the lodge for use in the lodge's HOC report as well. As a special incentive for registered convention attendees here in Milwaukee, the first 500 members to earn the preferred status will receive a custom premium, preferred status logo t-shirt, compliments of the Moose International Board of Directors. More details on this program will be available at mooseintl.org following the convention. What do you think, good news or bad news? Good news. Moose International is pleased to welcome 2 new partner programs to our array of benefit options, and both organizations are represented at this convention in Milwaukee. WellCare is a valued new partner providing information and coverage options for our members to help you get the most out of your Medicare coverage. In the coming months, you'll receive information from both the Moose and WellCare on webinars and in-person events that you can choose to attend that will help you make the choices that are right for you. You can actually talk with WellCare representatives as early as Sunday when we return from Mooseheart to continue our convention sessions. Not only do they have a booth in the Baird Center lobby, but they will also be conducting workshop sessions on Sunday and Monday for any member to attend. Further, if you're an administrator or a lodge officer, you should stop at the WellCare booth to find out what types of creative events they're willing to conduct at your lodge to bring in members and generate some fun. You'll likely see Mooseheart Executive Director Gary Erweiler and I there, as come September, we'll both be first-time grandfathers and one step closer to Medicare. Definitely good news, at least on the grandfather side of the aging equation. Our other new partner signed just this past week is offering lodges discount direct TV access, whether you're a current customer or not, through their National Accounts program. DLM Media works with businesses across the country and provides the same packages and add-on optional programming, but at a discount off standard retail rates. DLM is also represented in a booth in the Baird lobby, and they can talk with each lodge to tell you how you can save on direct TV services. If you are a current customer, they can find your account and show you the savings. If not, it's worth the time to find out if your lodge can save money and improve services with this nationally known provider. For only the second time in the 137-year history of the Moose, will female members/delegates be able to vote on general law changes. Right? As you may recall, the vote to unify the fraternity was cast by only Loyal Order of Moose delegates in 2000. The 2021 convention in Cincinnati was the first time female delegates were able to have a voice in proposed general law changes. There will be a general laws workshop on Sunday, May 25th at 4:45 p.m. in Grand Ballroom D of the Baird Center. Electronic voting for delegates only opens at 10 p.m. tonight and runs through 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. If you need assistance voting, we will have laptops and staff available on Sunday in the display area of the Baird Center from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. The voting results will be announced during the Judiciary Report on Monday morning. Any changes in the general laws would take effect on August 1st, 2025. There is a total of 4 voting categories and 23 total proposed changes. Included in that is the lodge admission policy. In Section 50.2, we are proposing the removal of the spouse as a member as an indefinite qualified guest. New language will specify that all qualified family members over the age of 21 shall be considered a prospective member and limited to 2 visits before making application for membership. In the Moose, we value our privacy status, close-knit relationships, sense of community, fairness, and active engagement. Here's why it matters that every qualified individual becomes a member of the Moose Lodge. Fairness to our members. Our members invest their time, dues, and energy in building a vibrant, welcoming Moose community. Asking spouses to join helps ensure that everyone enjoying these benefits is contributing equally to the organization we all care about. Supporting our mission. The Moose is a membership-based organization, not a guest-driven goodwill club. You and every member are vital for maintaining Mooseheart and Moose Haven, plus helping with local community needs and causes that you champion. When spouses join, they help keep our organization strong, sustainable, and ready to serve. Plus, building stronger connections. When both partners are members, they're more likely to participate, volunteer, and connect with others. This strengthens not just our events, but the entire community spirit that makes your Moose Lodge special. Honoring our shared values. Joining as a member means embracing our values, traditions, and responsibilities. It ensures that everyone participating is aligned with the mission and spirit of the Moose Fraternity. If you are a delegate, please take the time to review the proposed changes if you haven't already, and then go to generallawsvote2025.org to vote. Thank you. Finally tonight, you're going to hear why you are a VIP in the Moose, and your membership matters more than ever before as we look to the future of the Moose Fraternity and those whom we are responsible for. You think about the Moose organization, the Book of the Moose, chapters that have been written over more than 137 years. It goes back to Dr. Henry Wilson, 1888, the founding of the Moose Fraternity in Louisville, Kentucky. By the time of the turn of the century, Dr. Henry Wilson had fallen out of the chapters of the Moose Fraternity. And in stepped James J. Davis. October 27th, 1906. On his birthday, James J. Davis became the 247th member of the Loyal Order of Moose, igniting a change in the fraternity that carries us to this point today. His name is written throughout the chapters of the Moose Fraternity. In 1913, the founding of Mooseheart Child City and School, July 27th. Also that same year, the Moose Legion was founded, and the Women of the Moose, two stalwarts of our Moose Fraternity, two organizations, right, that help drive the Moose forward. You think next, after the Women of the Moose, the founding of Moose Haven in 1922 to care for our senior members. And the story is true, it's written down that at first our senior members stayed at Mooseheart, but the Board of Governors realized that the seniors were a little bit more trouble than our children and said, we need to find a place for them. And so they said, hey, how about Florida? And so Moose Haven was founded. But from 1922 until this point, we've done things certainly in the Moose. But I've always felt like something may be missing in the chapters. And you look at what we do for our children at Mooseheart. Madison Janda, who sat here this afternoon and played in the Mooseheart band, came to Mooseheart when she was in Baby Village. She is the last child that I could say as executive director of Mooseheart. She's been there that long. I started in this job in December of 2012. She was already at Mooseheart. And tomorrow afternoon, she is graduating after a full life at Mooseheart. And then we have Carol Smith. My dear, beautiful friend, Carol Smith at Moose Haven. Cute little baby girl there. She still as beautiful as ever. And I love the opportunity to be able to go to Moose Haven and visit Carol. And so when we spread our arms apart, Mooseheart and Moose Haven. In 2023, my wife Christy, our son Joshua, who's down here in the front row, he's actually taller than I am now. He's 6'2". Passed me by when we were out in California, Nevada. I said when we were out in California, Nevada, we were at their mid-year convention, and we flew in on a Wednesday, and we're there, and they said, hey, we've got a Heart of the Community project. We're going to meet downstairs. We've got a ballroom, and we're going to put together some backpacks. and we started putting together backpacks of school supplies, and in each one we were putting a Tommy Moose and a Rosie Moose. And we had a great dinner that evening, and we got up early the next day, and we headed off to Hope School, the Hope Tigers. And Buena Park Lodge, 1945, right? Donald Britt, Mike Conway helped spearhead this, and so we show up, and Hope School is a school in Anaheim County for special needs students. And we show up and we see the van that the lodge had donated. They actually have students from Hope come over and as part of a vocational program and work. And so we started going through the school, and we were handing out Tommy Moose and Rosie Moose. And the smiles on the student faces as we handed out these Tommies, as we handed out these Rosies. And I remember we walked into their Tiger store, and we were all standing around there, and we were talking to the school administrator. And it's a school, right, a state-supported school. And I remember Joe Henderson, then the association president, asking, hey, what do you need? And they said, you know what we need? We ran out of funds, and we have no funds for popcorn. And the students love, as a snack, popcorn. If there's anything the Moose could do that we could get just a little bit of popcorn. And you know what happens when you ask the Moose, hey, could you just be a little generous? Now what happened is, everybody pulled out their wallet, and they didn't go for ones and fives. They were 20s, 50s, and hundreds. And I remember looking at that stack on that counter, and it was probably 3 inches high of 20s, 50s, and $100 bills. And the administrator started crying because the generosity of the Moose to say, you know what? We care about your kids. We want to make a difference in their lives, and even if it's just popcorn that makes them happy, we're going to do that. And then I had an opportunity to talk to a young man, Daniel. And as he got his Tommy Moose, he looked at me and he said, it's my birthday next week. And I said, man, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel. And he said, I'm going to be 22. And I said, oh man, that's awesome. You're going to be 22. Patted him on the back. I was so happy. I felt really good. I'd just given him a Tommy Moose. And then as I turned around and stepped back away from Daniel, the school administrator said, yeah, Daniel's turning 22. These are his last couple days at Hope School. And it hit me in the heart that consistency, that love, that guidance, that sense of purpose every day, that consistency, the security, right, that you can feel was going to be gone for this young man. And as Christy, Joshua, and I visited, we drove up to San Francisco, had a great time, visiting lodges along the way to San Francisco, and I got home. And ever since that time, there's been a little bit of a hole right here in my heart. And I kept thinking about the Book of the Moose and the chapters that we have written together, even in the short time in this last decade, the things that we have done as a fraternity to move this fraternity forward, going non-smoking, unifying our fraternity, the local marketing grants, the opportunities to recognize members who are achieving so much. And yet I felt like something was missing from the pages. And I thought of you, and I thought of this entire fraternity and the growth that we are seeing. And I thought, Scott, is the heart of the Moose big enough? Is there an opportunity for the heart of the Moose to do something greater, more purposeful? Is the love of the Moose big enough? And I tell you tonight, it's not just good news. It's great news, right? Because of you, because the Moose is growing, because the Moose is stronger, because you believe in the principles of the Moose and what we provide for children and seniors and what we do in our communities. And I'm excited for the next chapter to be written. I'm excited for the next chapter because it's not just good news, it's great news. Thank you. That's it, brother. I'm all done.
You're all done? You're up. He's just going to leave you with that little teaser. You're going to have to find out about that tomorrow. No, Sunday. Tomorrow we're all going to Mooseheart. How many of you who are here came because you've never been to Mooseheart before? God bless you. Be sure to share your stories when you go home. At this time, I will entertain a motion to accept the report of the Chief Executive Officer. Over here.
Royce. Royce Wares, Administrator, Lodge 557, Pensacola, Florida.
Okay. Do I have a second? Please wait for the microphone to reach you. Down in this
Ray
section.
Osowski, President, Moose Lodge, Riverview Moose Lodge, 2158.
Okay. All in favor, vote by the sign of the moose. If I could only see up in the balcony. Any opposed? Thank God. That's so carried. For the purpose of delivering the annual report of the Mooseheart Board of Directors, I call upon past chairman of the Board of Directors, who is now the Mooseheart Board of Directors Chairman, John R. Sipes.
Thank you, Chairman Funky. My sisters and brothers of the Moose, as we celebrate the opening of this 137th International Convention, a full day of activities has already taken place. Women of the Moose and Moose Legion sessions and meal functions have been completed. How awesome and exciting that Mooseheart's 5th and 8th grade promotion was held right here in Milwaukee this afternoon. And there is so much more going to take place, both here in Milwaukee as well as on the Mooseheart campus tomorrow. Please make plans to join us on campus for the 107th Mooseheart High School commencement, where we will be graduating 13 seniors at 3 p.m. in the field house at Mooseheart. In addition, this will be a week of workshops where tons of information will be presented to all of us to take back to our lodges, chapters, and Moose Legions. It is my pleasure as chairman of the Mooseheart Board of Directors to present to you the annual report of our beloved Child City and school. But first, I would like to introduce to you the dedicated individuals who comprise the Mooseheart Board of Directors. Each of these directors have made it their passion to make sure the decisions they make are in the best interest of our children, as well as the campus on which they reside. I would like to take this opportunity to thank not one, but 2 board members for their 5 years of dedicated service to our Child City. They are past Supreme Governor and past Chairman of the Mooseheart Board of Directors, Harry L. Johnston from Greeley Evans, Colorado, Lodge 909. and Rebecca Hofarth, Kennewick, Washington Lodge 482. We wish them both the very best and good luck in the future. Please hold your applause until I have completed the following introductions of the current Board of Directors for Mooseheart Child City and School. We have one new member on the board this year, and she is Kelly Koala, Kenosha, Wisconsin Lodge 286. The balance of the board is as follows. Chief Executive Officer Scott D. Hart, Mooseheart, Illinois Lodge 2655. The incoming chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors, John R. Ryder, Inverness, Florida. Lodge 2112. Nancy Statler, Newport, North Carolina Lodge 2194. Daniel Humphreys, Irwin, Tennessee Lodge 939. Jamie Ellis, Indiana, Pennsylvania Lodge 174. Andrew Vonville, Marietta, Ohio Lodge 1823. James Floyd, Henderson, Kentucky Lodge 732. And myself, John R. Sipes, Gallion, Ohio Lodge 303. Please join me in giving this dedicated group of leaders a nice round of applause. And now, it is with the greatest of enthusiasm, excitement, and anticipation that now bring to the podium the man that puts it all together each and every day on our Mooseheart campus. He himself, a graduate of Mooseheart Child City and School, the executive director of Mooseheart Child City and School, Gary L. Erweiler.
All right. Well, thank you, Chairman John Sipes, for the gracious introduction. I extend my gratitude to CEO Scott Hart, the Moose International Chairman of the Board, Mr. Robert Funke, members of the Mooseheart Board of Directors, Women of the Moose Grand Regent Verna Miller, Grand Chancellor of the Women of the Moose, Miss Barb McPherson, and the esteemed members of the Moose. It is an honor to present to you the Mooseheart Report. Before I start, 12 years ago, I was my first year in this position, and it started right here in Milwaukee. I remember that night being very nervous, but my family was here. And since then, my family came back and is here tonight. Celebrating my 28th wedding anniversary year, tomorrow, my beautiful wife, Donna Erweiler, everybody. The rest of our family has changed a little bit because we're +2 from that beginning. But tonight I have my oldest, Zachary, my middle son, Quinn, and my youngest, Trey, in the crowd as well as Zach has been married now just over a year to the beautiful Lexi, my Dill daughter-in-law. And she is pregnant, and we're expecting our first grandchild in September. And I think the Harts are too, but we have got to beat the Harts. I mean, seriously, my birthday is Sunday and Scott's birthday's coming too, so I got to beat him. Lexi, you got to give it up. I'm just telling you, we can't lose to the Harts. But no, thank you for letting me introduce them. So before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you to the crew for making sure I have my riser behind the podium today. Because without it, I'd be standing here like a motivational garden gnome with a moose pin. Small but mighty, mostly hidden behind this podium, and probably mistaken for a decorative item. So shout out to whoever thought, hey, let's give the little guy a chance to be seen. So honestly, a big shout out to Ross Chastain. He's not even here. For helping me out this year and for reminding everyone this year that I still need my riser. If you don't know what I mean, let's watch a quick video from last year's opening night.
Head now. Oh, wait a minute. We got something going on here. With this greatest of enthusiasm, excitement, and admiration, I bring to the podium in the fashion that he would say it, let's go! I give you our Executive Director, Mooseheart Child City and School, Gary R. Erweiler.
I don't think that was supposed to be on there. I think that's a long cut. It's supposed to be... All right, let's just cut that there. I just definitely want to say thank you to Ross, but you know what? Behind Ross, and of course, is Mr. Hart, whose support, eagle-eyed attention to detail, and just the right amount of concern for my well-being, mostly because I'm vertically challenged, came to my rescue once again. Now, speaking of Ross, Ross is out there tearing up the NASCAR track in the #1 Chevy Moose car. I think he can do better than that, the Chevy Moose car. And I have to say, the man drives like he's late for dinner with a watermelon as his co-pilot. If there's one thing about Ross, or Ross knows how to do, it's make an entrance, especially if it involves a 200-mile-an-hour race car and the violent destruction of any fruit that dares cross his path. Honestly, if NASCAR ever introduces a fruit demolition award, Ross would win it hands down. Ross, buddy, we love you, but next time, maybe you could target something a little less juicy. How about a piñata? Something that won't, end up as fruit salad all over the track. Well, and of course, there's Scott Hart, who's probably out there somewhere sweating bullets right now. This is an intro to Scott, but it's coming a little early, but hey, we'll go along with it. I was going to chase him down. All right, so I know Mr. Hart's worried about me going too long, so if you ever heard me speak, I can get pretty fired up, and I can go an hour if you need me to. Scott's probably checking his watch, wondering if we will be celebrating my birthday or his birthday by the time I'm done. So let's get on with the Mooseheart Report tonight. One of the greatest legacies of Mooseheart is found in the nearly 13,000 lives that have come through our doors or our gate. And more importantly, the 6,000 who have proudly walked across that stage, diplomas in hand, ready to take on the world. Each of these students is a light in the darkness, bright, resilient, and filled with potential. That light doesn't appear by accident. It shines because of the unwavering commitment of our teachers, our staff, our family teachers, and every Moose member who has chosen to invest in their future. These young lives are just not success stories. They are living proof that when a community chooses love, leads with purpose, and refuses to give up, hope is unstoppable, and so is what to come next. Tonight, I want to share with you a vision, a new vision, a bold, compassionate, and necessary vision. A vision that reaffirms what we've always believed in. Every child and adult deserves not just a place to stay, but a place to thrive, a place of safety, of support, and possibility, regardless of their intellectual or developmental challenges. At Mooseheart, we are proudly rising to meet an important and heartfelt calling. Over the next 3 years, we will begin working toward expanding both our mission and our outreach, welcoming with open arms children and, in the future, adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Guided by purpose, fueled by passion, and grounded in unwavering commitment to inclusion, we are taking bold steps forward. We are nearing completion of a new provider training through the Illinois Department of Health and Services, which will qualify us to serve adults. In addition, we're actively working with DCFS to extend our services to children with conditions such as autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome. Together, we are building a future where everyone belongs. And this vision of expanding horizons includes an opportunity to open a home for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in communities outside of Mooseheart, even outside the state of Illinois. See, together we are building a brighter, more inclusive future, one step, one heart, and one life at a time. Today we officially launch Mooseheart's Uniting Hearts, Expanding Horizons multi-year fundraising project, an ambitious and transformative campaign to raise $12 million over the next 3 years through Moose Charities in support of this historic mission expansion. This just isn't about new buildings. It's not about building futures. It's not about equity or dignity and love and action. Here's how we want to make it real. 3 fully renovated Mooseheart homes redesigned to serve children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The estimated cost at $1.5 million. 3 brand new purpose-built homes, community integrated living arrangements. You're going to hear that. It's called a CILA. Community integrated living arrangements that offer independence with dignity. Estimated cost, $3 million. A state-of-the-art freshwater treatment plant ensuring safety and sustainability for the entire Mooseheart community. Estimated value of $2.5 million. Renovation of 10 family teachers' quarters and homes, the heart of caring of our model and our children. Estimated at $1 million. Critical infrastructure upgrades, including new paving, curbs, sidewalks, roadways, and modernized water lines across key areas of our campus. Estimated cost of $2 million. And finally, a revitalized track, a discus cage, because every child deserves a place to run, compete, and dream. Estimated value at $325,000. Each project is a building block, not just in concrete and steel, but in compassion, community, and commitment. We are not simply raising money. We are raising expectations, raising voices, and most importantly, raising children into a world that sees them, values them, and lifts them even higher. This is our James J. Davis moment. This is our mission. And together, with your support and with your belief, your heart, we will make Mooseheart a place where every child belongs, every future is possible. Let's unite hearts, expand horizons, and let's do something extraordinary together. Thank you. I'm not done yet. I still got a ways to go. As we look ahead to tomorrow's commencement, our hearts are already full, as they were earlier today when we celebrated the promotion of our 5th and 8th graders. These moments remind us what's possible when young people are surrounded by care, belief, and an unwavering support. Tomorrow, 13 outstanding seniors will walk across the stage, led by their class president and valedictorian and salutatorian. They represent not just academic success, but resilience, unity, and the power of hope. They're not just receiving diplomas, they're stepping boldly into the future. Each graduate has earned a Mooseheart scholarship to attend the college or university of their choice, a testament to their hard work and support that surrounds them. These scholarships aren't just financial aid, they're acts of belief made possible by you, our Moose associations. Your generosity fuels transformation, not just education. Thanks to you, 67 Mooseheart students are currently pursuing higher education, a powerful reminder of what your support makes possible. Last year at the International Convention, we launched a powerful edition of Moose Rewards program, giving members a chance to earn rewards by referring potential employees or children who could thrive at Mooseheart. We provided generous incentives and a meaningful opportunity for our members to make a real difference, either by referring a student to be considered to Mooseheart or by identifying a potential candidate for employment. While we had high hopes, given the size of our membership, over 912,000 strong, we received just one referral. One referral for a Mooseheart student and none for employee. We want to sincerely thank Rick Clemens from the Stockdale, California Lodge, 2178. You want to do that again? All right, thank you. That's kind of weak, but we'll go there. For stepping up and making that one referral. Your effort truly exemplifies the spirit of involvement, and we aim to inspire. This is why we're bringing it in front of you and renewed attention to this initiative, because we believe in the power of membership and know we're capable of doing better and doing more. With over 912,000 members, the potential to make a difference is immense. Our admissions specialists, recruiting manager, are dedicated and working tirelessly, but they can't do it alone. You, our members, are our most powerful ambassadors. Your referrals could change a child's life or help bring a valuable new team member into the Moose family. If you'd like to learn more, stop by the Mooseheart booth during the convention. Meet Angela and Malia. They both would love to talk to you. Let's work together to strengthen our community, support our children in need, and build an even brighter future, one referral at a time. Your efforts are not only appreciated, they are essential. Now we'd like to share a short video from our admissions specialist, Malia Kessler, so please pay attention to the video screen above.
Mooseheart is a residential child care facility by definition. We are a home for students. They come and they live here on our campus and they attend school on our school building here on campus. We provide an alternative living environment for students who are in need of one for whatever reason that might be. We see students come from a variety of backgrounds, but we're really here to help students reach their full potential. And so we offer like I said, a living environment in school, extracurricular activities, all of the things you would expect for a student to get anywhere else. But we offer a safe, protected environment, offer more resources than they might have elsewhere, and really just try to help them grow as much as possible for the time that they're with us. Mooseheart is a very unique place to work because it is exactly what it says it is. It's a child city. It's not just a school, it's not just a place to live. It's a combination of all of those things and so much more. We really cover so many different facets of a student's life. And I think everybody who works here really understands that we're influencing not just one area of their life or not just one thing where they're here and then they leave at the end of the school day, but being able to be involved in so many different elements of the student and how they are growing up and growing, I think makes it a very unique place to work. I have been working at Mooseheart for a little over 3 years. In terms of what keeps me motivated, I think seeing the success, those long-term rewards. I do all of the kind of background work and get a little bogged down with paperwork in that application process, but being able to see a student on the day they arrive and then interact with them, a month later, 6 months later, a year later, and kind of see how they've changed and how they've grown and what they've been able to accomplish is very, very rewarding. Mooseheart is unlike any other place that I've experienced or that I even know of. I am the admissions specialist and I work quite a bit with families of all different backgrounds and all different situations. And somehow, despite the very varied backgrounds of the students and families that we encounter, we're able to help provide something for them. We can help meet a need or assist a student to get to where they want to be, where they might not have been able to be otherwise. I think the most important value that Mooseheart instills in the community is resiliency. I think it applies both with our staff and with our students. The day-to-day work of Mooseheart can be very taxing sometimes, and I think just having the strength to kind of work through that and push through that for the ultimate goal that we're all after, which is the well-being of our students, is something that is encouraged and taught and promoted and done very well throughout the community. It's also just as important for our students. You know, we want to make sure that they're set up for the tough moments and the challenges of life after they leave Mooseheart, so it's also taught just, you know, in skills to our students, that resiliency that they need to have. Mooseheart staff are so dedicated to what we do here because every single one of us has seen and experienced firsthand the difference that we can make for the students that we have here. We're really able to see what needs that they have and help them reach their full potential and help them grow. And I think when you can see that growth and see how worth it the work is, then you're naturally going to be very dedicated to that.
Thank you very much, Malia. Nice job. The Moose Museum is a vital historic landmark dedicated to preserving the legacy of the Loyal Order of Moose. It opened its doors in the 1970s. It houses a rich collection of artifacts, photographs, and memorabilia that showcase our history and charitable impact, especially through programs like Mooseheart and Moose Haven. In 2023, the Moose Legionnaires, led by the Director of Higher Degrees in Moose Legion, Sean Bale, committed to a 3-year fundraising campaign to renovate the museum. Under the leadership of the Moose Legion President Ron Serio, this project became a reality. Originally estimated at $500,000, these costs grew, but the Legionnaires raised nearly $1 million towards a $1.5 million goal. Thanks to their dedication, we're thrilled to announce the ribbon cutting of the newly remodeled Moose Museum tomorrow, May 24th at 2 p.m. on the Mooseheart campus. Yes. The museum serves as an educational resource, highlighting the contributions of Moose members to their communities and the importance of volunteerism, service, and supporting future generations. It stands as a bridge to the past, allowing visitors to witness the enduring strength and legacy of the Moose fraternity. Let's applaud the Moose Legionnaires for their exceptional efforts in funding this renovation and ensuring the museum remains a cornerstone for our community. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you tonight some guest speakers, Mo and Ganesh Henderson. Mo and Ganesh are family teachers at Mooseheart, where they served for nearly 2 years. Their journey together has taken them across the globe, from teaching and community work in Turkey to their current mission at Mooseheart, where they live and care for the middle-aged schoolboys in Canada home. With a deep commitment to service, they will share their inspiring story of faith, sacrifice, and the transformative power of family, community, and love. Please join with me in welcoming Mo and Ganesh Henderson to the podium. Hey, I need that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, guys. Have at it. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Erweiler, for those kind words. When Mr. Erweiler first invited us to speak here tonight at this event, I was honored but also deeply nervous. The idea of addressing such a large crowd was intimidating. But the more I reflected on it, the more I realized that everyone here shares a common goal: to make this mission a success. In many ways, this feels like a large family, and that realization gave me the courage to share our story with you today. My name is Mwaja Henderson, but everyone here calls me, around the campus calls me Mo. My wife, Ganesh, and I have been family teachers at Mooseheart for almost 2 years now. I'm originally from the area around Mooseheart, having grown up in a suburb of Chicago, Joliet. It's about an hour away. Ganesh went to college in Canada. She grew up in Turkey, and we met in Turkey, where I was teaching English. I'll be honest, talking about our life as family teachers feels a little bit uncomfortable for me. I don't like to talk about myself at length. But I do know our journey is a testament to the power of faith, perseverance, and purpose. Our path might seem adventurous or exciting, but in reality, it's been filled with uncertainty, sacrifice, and moments of deep questioning. Looking back, though, we can see the beauty of it all, like a tapestry woven together by God's hands, guiding us through each lesson. Ganesh and I have always been drawn to work that challenged us to serve others. Before coming to Mooseheart, we lived a life full of diverse experiences: teaching, editing, and translating in Turkey, living at a wildlife refuge in a yurt, working on an organic farm in Pennsylvania, and managing a homeless shelter in Minnesota. With each new chapter, we wrestled with questions about whether we are doing the right thing for our family, if we are making the right choices for our children. But through it all, God's grace kept us moving forward. 2 years ago, we transitioned to life as family teachers at Mooseheart, a role that has been both deeply challenging but also incredibly rewarding. I remember when Ganesh and I first met, we talked about our dreams and aspirations. I shared my desire to have a big house, something like a mansion, to start an orphanage. That dream has been realized here at Mooseheart, and then some. We now live on this beautiful 1,000-acre campus filled with lovely homes, and most importantly, with children who will benefit from everything that Mooseheart offers, helping them grow into individuals who will serve their communities once they graduate. When we returned to America after living in Turkey for some time, we considered moving to Canada to start life there. Ganesh studied in Montreal, and it was a dream of hers to return with our family. After much effort, including a trip to Canada, things didn't work out as we expected. But as it often does, the Lord had a different plan for us. Instead of Canada, He led us to Canada home here at Mooseheart. We've been blessed by the generosity of the Canadian lodges that support Mooseheart and our home. We currently live with 7 middle-aged schoolboys, guiding them, nurturing them, and striving to provide them with the stability that they need. But our own children, Aaron, who's 16, and Essene, who's 13, have had to make sacrifices as well. They're here today, by the way. You guys can wave if you want. Thank you. Their world changed overnight. They had to share their home, their parents, and their personal space with children who need love and attention just as much as they do. Our time as a family became more limited. Our roles expanded, and they had to learn how to navigate a life that required patience, resilience, and selflessness. Despite the challenges, though, they have adapted wonderfully, and they've made the best of this unique life that we've embraced. Being a family teacher is not an easy job. It's more like a calling. Each day presents new obstacles, new lessons, and new opportunities to shape young lives. Our work at Mooseheart is not just about discipline and structure. It's about showing these children what family looks like, what stability feels like, and most importantly, what love truly is. Every family teacher here brings their own unique lessons shaped by life experiences and driven by the same passion for serving these kids. Looking at the bigger picture, our experiences, both the struggles and the victories, have prepared us for this mission. And although the sacrifices are real, the rewards are far greater. To witness a child grow, to watch them overcome their challenges, and to know that we even had a small part in their journey is what makes this all worth it. I'm going to turn it over to Ganesh now. She can say a few words.
Okay.
You want this?
Sure. Thank you, Mo. Hi, everyone. It's such an honor to be here today. Thank you so much. I hope you're all enjoying this amazing day. As Mo mentioned, my name is Ganesh. I'm from Turkey, and I hope you can understand my accent. Okay, so growing up, I actually spent 7 years in a boarding school, and it was a life-changing experience for me. Like the kids at Mooseheart, I know what it's like to live away from your family. And I remember now the girls in my dorm, they became my sisters, and we're still sisters. We stay in touch, we share photos of our children, we're still growing together. And many aspects of my teenage years remind me of life at Mooseheart. Just like me, these kids spend their most formative years on campus. So when they graduate, they may or may not stay in touch, but they will always be siblings. Because they know each other inside out. They know their strengths, their weaknesses. They know what frustrates them, what makes them happy, and this is something we don't always acknowledge, but they gain an amazing amount of incredible social wisdom. So they learn to appreciate their differences, grow in compassion, understand each other's unique talents, and most importantly, they learn to live in real life. They like to call this IRL. So unlike many other children who spend their hours scrolling through social media, watching influencers who may make them feel inadequate, Mooseheart children have kind of limited access to technology. They're frustrated about it because they don't have unlimited access to cell phones or social media, but this helps them socialize and engage in real-life activities. They play basketball, they join the track team, they attend all kinds of social events at our activity center. You'll go to the activity center, you'll see an older kid just teaching a younger one how to play foosball or how to hold a bowling ball. And this is how they truly live and connect. So, looking back at my own experience, I know that the kids at Mooseheart will develop amazing adaptability skills. They will grow up to be open-minded, resilient, and very flexible adults. And they will always be capable of thriving in diverse environments. So like I said, at Mooseheart, they experience a multicultural environment. Like in our house, in Canada Home, we've hosted kids from Congo, Liberia, Taiwan, Burundi, Ghana, and there were days we would have Taiwanese green onions for lunch, African jollof rice for dinner, and Turkish candy for dessert. Yeah, and we believe this diversity enriches their lives and broadens their perspectives.
Well, none of this would be possible, of course, without the generous support of the Moose Lodges. As Ganesh mentioned, we currently host 7 middle school boys in Canada Home, and we have 12 people living under one roof as one big family. And the Canadian Moose, I want to give a shout out to. They have always fulfilled our wishes generously, providing for our pantry and helping us buy wholesome, nutritious foods. In fact, just yesterday, 2 days ago was it, they took us shopping to Sam's and got loads of food for us that'll last for the whole summer. So we appreciate all their loving kindness and generosity. Thank you so much.
I think we have some more photos to present. Let's see. Okay, so this one you've seen, this is the photo from last year. And again, 2 days ago, we went shopping with Don and Lynn. Thank you again.
It's an example of some of the food they got for us, a lot of the food.
Let's see the next photos. Okay, so this is us at an NBA game, and it's such a big deal for the boys. They're all crazy about basketball. The Chicago Bulls lost, but we had a great time. Oh, this one.
What's this at? Okay. This is at the mall where the kids purchased a bunch of different items, some shoes, some jerseys. And yeah, this is another thing that was supported by Canada, who gave us the money to do this, so thank you again.
And we also have Illinois lodges who kind of adopted us. They felt bad because the Canadians were too far. So this was actually a Christmas party thrown by our Moose Riders.
In Downers Grove, Illinois.
And this is last Christmas. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, they do a lot of help. They help us out a lot on different events and stuff and host us, so we're very grateful for their generosity as well. So thank you.
I think we have, there we go. And this is them taking us to a boat ride, and they came and fixed our bikes. That was amazing. All our kids have bikes that work. That was so generous of them. They're Moose Riders, so they know how to fix things, you know? And here's another Moose organization. So they come and deliver cookies for us every year. And this is Southwest Lodge 44, yeah. And they also took us to a baseball game, again, because the Canadians were a little far away.
Thank you for all the help. Yeah, Illinois offers us, and of course, our Lodge Canada. Who helps our home so much. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. It's been an honor. And
Thank you again, Mr. Hart. I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Erweiler. Sorry, Mr. Hart as well.
oops. God
Thank you,
bless.
guys.
Thank
Guys
you.
are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Woo! Hey, great people, great people. When you're on the campus tomorrow, I hope you get a chance. You know, hopefully you see them. They're going to be busy tomorrow, but man, pull them aside and tell them how much you appreciate them, because we do appreciate them. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Definitely, thank you. Keep going, please. No, you can keep going. Thank you. I'm excited to share with you some incredible news. After a year of planning, designing, and refining, we're officially launching a brand new website at Mooseheart in June of 2025. This isn't just a cosmetic update, it's a complete digital transformation. The new site is sleek, modern, mobile-friendly, and designed for effortless navigation. Whether you're a parent, staff member, Moose member, or just curious, you'll find everything you need quickly and easily. From detailed program information and updates to a user-friendly events calendar and powerful videos, this new platform truly brings the Mooseheart story to life. This project was made possible through an incredible partnership with American Eagle, a web development team who brought our vision to life with creativity, care, and collaboration. Together, we created more than just a website. We built a platform that reflects the mission, heart, and future of Mooseheart. So when June arrives, head to mooseheart.org, dive in, explore, and be inspired. This launch isn't just about technology, it's about connection, purpose, and the next chapter in our journey. At the very core of Mooseheart is something far greater than bricks and mortar, fundraising campaigns, and a new website. It's the spirit of the Moose. It's your unwavering belief that every child deserves a chance. It's your generosity, your strength, your love that make this place more than a school, more than a home. It makes it a sanctuary of hope. You, the members of the Moose, are not just donors. You are mentors, protectors, and champions of futures not yet written. Every life changed here, every graduation, every healing, every new beginning is a direct result of your compassion and commitment. You are the reason Mooseheart exists. And when people ask what makes this place so special, well, the answer is pretty simple. It's the heart of the Moose beating strong behind it. So let us move forward together with pride in our past, purpose in our mission, and passion in our hearts. Because when the Moose stand united, there is nothing we can't do. You just don't support a cause. You are building a legacy, and that legacy will echo through the lives of children and families for generations to come. Thank you for believing, thank you for giving, and for being the soul of Mooseheart. God bless Mooseheart. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, and Mr. and Mrs. Henderson. We appreciate your investment into the lives of others and for sharing the difference Mooseheart has continued to make for our children and our teens. And we are truly pumped up about the expansion mission of the Mooseheart. There is always room for more in our Moose family. I would now like to motion to accept the report of the Mooseheart Board of Directors. Let's go down here in the center. Okay, we have a motion.
David Falls, Newport, North Carolina Lodge, number 2194, past governor. I make the motion.
Thank you for the motion. How about a second over here?
I second Sean Powers, Raleigh Moose Lodge 1318.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Can I get you to vote by the sign of the moose? All those in favor? All those opposed? That motion passes. For the purpose of delivering the annual report of the Moose Haven Board of Directors, I call upon past chairman of the Board of Directors and chairman of the Moose Haven Board of Directors, Bruce T. Massapust.
Mr. Hart's looking at me already and going, what's he doing up there, this Jersey guy with this on? But like you were in Colorado, you had assigned me to the California-Nevada Moose Association in their annual. And I am a member of the, in addition to be a Jersey guy, I am a member of the Lodi, California Lodge for about 8 or 10 years. I will be quick, though, because you saw Hans and Franz up there before. They made an appointment for me to go to a Weight Watchers meeting, and I'm running late. Good evening, my brothers and sisters of the Moose. It is a privilege for the Moose Haven Board of Directors to hold its meetings on the Moose Haven campus and be able to witness the continued growth and improvements of our city of contentment. It is especially enjoyable to rub shoulders with the seniors in our care and have them share their stories about their happy choice to take advantage of our retirement community. They ask us to pass along their thanks to each and every one of you. They know that only because of you, them, our senior members, are assured a life free of want and worry. Let me now introduce the Board of Directors. I encourage you to visit with them at the booth during this convention to learn more about Moose Haven. I must first acknowledge a board member who is retiring after 4 years of faithful service, Christine Brooks from Horseheads, New York Lodge, 1476. Thank you, Christine, for your 4 years of service. The current board members are Terry Treadwell from Woodbridge, Virginia Lodge, 583. Suzanne Grooms from Miami, OH, Lodge 1645. Dan O'Neill from Orlando, Florida Lodge 766. Karen Johnson from Monroe, Wisconsin Lodge 754. William Bill Thompson from Yuba City, California Lodge 1204. And our newest member, Scott Kern from Sanford, Florida Lodge, 1851. By the virtue of their positions, these two members will provide experience and guidance throughout the whole year. That is Moose International CEO Scott Hart from Mooseheart, Illinois Lodge, 2655. And incoming chairman of the board, John Ryder from Inverness, Florida, Lodge 2112. John, of course, must still be elected during this convention, so please be sure to vote for him. And I'd like to thank the current chairman of the board, the directors, Bob Funke, for his input this past year. Please give these great Moose members a round of applause for their dedication. Our annual theme of Moose Moving Forward, Giving Back could not be more descriptive of Moose Haven. For over 100 years, we have been moving forward by providing a caring, embracing community as we give back to our retired members. So much has been accomplished over the years thanks to you, our members. Today, the campus is more beautiful and functional than ever. But wait, you, the members, continue to give our foster parents and grandparents at Moose Haven even more with our Moose Haven AAA project, plus other projects underway that will move Moose Haven forward and give back to our seniors at Moose Haven. The brightest light of that community will bring you up to date on everything that is happening on the campus. The residents truly love her. It is my honor, privilege, and pleasure to introduce Moose Haven Executive Director, Heron Taylor. Go get him, kiddo.
Good evening. How's everybody? Well, it's a privilege for me to present Moose Haven's report to the 137th International Moose Convention. We value you and your dedication to the moose. Because of your support, the children at Moose Heart and the seniors at Moose Haven have all the resources they need to lead a successful and fulfilling life. How many are here to celebrate? You heard this is the fourth consecutive year of membership growth. That's enough to celebrate. But we also want to celebrate the AAA project. No, not the completion of the project just yet, but also what it's all about, what you've done yourself, surpassing our fundraising goal. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm honored to share my passion for Moose Haven. Your dedication to missions of the Moose helps improve the lives of our senior members, making each day feel like another day in paradise. Thank you so much. Currently, we have 313 residents, 113 men and 200 women. Their average age is 83 years with an average stay of 5 years. Miss Glenna McLean of Mandarin, Florida, Lodge 42 is the oldest resident at Moose Haven. Glenna celebrated her 103rd birthday on April the 8th, 2025. She has lived at Moose Haven for 21 years and she is thriving in her golden years. Mr. James Thomas of Grass Valley, California, Lodge 2217, will celebrate his 93rd birthday on September the 29th. Jim moved to Moose Haven at the age of 66, and he has resided there for 27 years. Give him a hand for that. Jim enjoys socializing at events. He has interest in NASCAR, cornhole, and car shows. As you can see from the statistics, we still believe the adage, Moose Haven adds life to their years and years to their life. I want to talk a few minutes about Moose Haven's 2 admission programs. There continues to be confusion about it and misunderstanding about how the 2 programs work. There are 2 admission programs, Traditional and Brandon Place. Both programs provide amenities and lifestyles featuring social activities, and also encourage an active way of living. Requirements for the traditional program. Applicants must be a minimum of 65 years of age and eligible for Medicare or Medicaid and Social Security or similar monthly income. They must have 15 or more years, continuous years of membership. They must transfer all assets and income to Moose Haven in return for a lifetime of care. They must be independent or need minimal assistance that can be managed in our enhanced living. Direct admission to skilled nursing is not available through this program. The Brandon Place program is designed for applicants who possess the means to cover their costs throughout their anticipated lifetime. This program involves a one-time entry fee along with a monthly fee that varies depending on their level of care required. Applicants still must be the age of 65 or older. They must demonstrate their financial ability to support themselves for the remainder of their lives. They must be independent or need assistance that enhanced living can do. Also in this program, direct admission to skilled nursing is not available. So please visit the team at the workshop on Monday, May the 26th at 1:30 to find out more about retirement at Moose Haven, or stop by the Moose Haven booth for more information. Moose Haven provides exceptional care for senior Moose members, ensuring that they enjoy their golden years with peace of mind. We proudly hold a 5-star rating from the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, and it's recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a leading skilled nursing facility. We excel in both survey performance and quality measures. The Nurses Clinic offers daily services for non-urgent medical concerns, providing compassionate care. Staff manages scheduling for all appointments, including routine checkups with physicians, podiatrists, chiropractors, and more. Moose Haven also has an on-site therapy department providing occupational speech and physical therapy. Our gated community includes 24-hour security with patrols and video surveillance for added security. The Resident Services Department welcomes residents upon arrival and offers support throughout their time there and offers personalized care to help them adjust to their new way of life. Residents enjoyed a traditional Thanksgiving feast with turkey, followed by decorating Christmas trees in the halls. After Thanksgiving, the elves worked to prepare the Georgia tree lighting, Georgia in the house, and with the maintenance staff, resident service, and our activities departments all worked together to beautifully decorate the campus. December kicked off in the fast lane with a visit from our CEO, Scott Hart, and NASCAR driver Ross Chastain on December the 2nd. Their pit stop at Moose Haven featured lunch with the executive team, a guided tour of the campus, and a Q&A reception with the residents. The residents were thrilled to interact with Ross, asking him anything from racing to his love life. Didn't mind it a bit. This experience at Moose Haven deepened his appreciation and pride of being a Moose member. The Georgia Moose Association hosted a 2-day celebration at Moose Haven, which included a Southern tea party for the ladies, a social hour for the men, a Christmas party for all with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and also a tree lighting ceremony in our beautiful chapel, followed by a nice reception. Thanks to New Jersey Moose Association, residents enjoyed a filet mignon dinner on December the 18th with a $6,000 donation covering the food cost for the annual Christmas dinner party. Not only did the association sponsor the meal, but some of the dignitaries also joined us in that celebration, including the chairman of the Moose Haven Board of Directors, Bruce Massipus, Moose International Board of Director Bill Rose, International Moose Legion past president Dan Gooch and his lovely wife Debbie, and New Jersey Moose Association past president John Giordano also enjoyed dinner with our residents. Throughout the year, events with the Georgia Moose Association and other associations like Alabama and Tennessee, you in the house? All righty, they also provide opportunities for our residents to show their home and also for members to experience what Moose Haven is all about. We have room on our calendar for your Lodge or Association Day at Moose Haven, where family is always welcome. Residents engage in various events such as lodge and chapter meetings, social gatherings, bingo, raffles, dances, and fundraisers. They also attend Moose functions at the local lodges. Our residents are deeply engaged in the Moose Haven community. The Sunshine Job program plays a vital role in the daily lives of many of our residents. We depend on their contributions to enhance our community. This program not only provides them with extra spending money, but offers opportunities to stay active, use their talents, engage with others, and feel valued by giving back. Residents are committed not only to Moose Haven's success, but also making the most of our city of contentment. They take pleasure in activities such as fishing, shuffleboard, cornhole, billiards, poker, trivia, and of course, playing a lot of bingo. Moose Haven values veterans, with a current population of 61 residents who have served, including 2 esteemed World War II veterans. Mr. James Westmoreland and Clifford Miller are our World War II veterans. The Ohio State Moose Association donated a beautiful wooden plaque that displays the names of all of Moose Haven's veterans. They've committed to keeping it updated and making sure that every resident gets recognized as a valued veteran through the Moose International's Valued Veteran Program. This beautiful piece will be displayed in the social area of our new Sports and Recreation Center. I want to share this touching story about World War II veteran Cliff Miller from Sterling, Illinois, Lodge 726. Enlisting in the U.S. Army at just the age of 17, he completed his training in Fort Meade. Soon after, Cliff was deployed to Germany, where he courageously served on the front lines during the Battle of the Bulge under the command of General Omar Bradley. Cliff recounted a memory of when his battalion had moved forward to the front lines and spotted his brother's division retreating. He asked General Bradley to look in on his brother, Gordon Miller. General Bradley went above and beyond and arranged a brief yet unforgettable reunion for Cliff and Gordon. Both brothers returned home after the war to reunite to their family. I'd like to take a moment to honor all of our veterans present this evening. Please stand, and we thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Thank you for your service. In March, we hosted our 18th annual golf invitational, and it was truly a remarkable event. With 100 golfers participating and generous contributions from our fraternity and our vendors, we successfully raised over $60,000 for Moose Haven. We're so grateful for everyone's support and involvement. Thank you so much for your support making that event successful. Moose Haven is committed to moving forward and giving back through various community initiatives such as our Heart of the Community events. These 4 community gatherings have become a beloved tradition for many. We held the Easter Sunrise Service. It's an annual event that many of our neighbors have attended for years. They joined together on the riverfront there to worship on Resurrection Sunday, taking in the beautiful sunrise and also the beautiful river. Also, the American Pride 4th of July event is the largest of its kind in Clay County. Attendees flock from various counties to enjoy the music and fireworks. Each year, the crowd is estimated to be about 12,000. Then our annual Halloween trick-or-treat event is always a blast. Last Halloween, our residents dressed up in costumes, decorating candy stations, and admired the many costumes worn by both children and adults. We had about 3,000 people. And also gave out 3,000 pounds of candy within less than 2 hours. So it was record-breaking fundraiser. We could not do a community event like that at Moose Haven if it was not for you. You brought in $18,635 for the treats that we gave out in less than 3 hours. And without you, we could not have done that. Thank you. Actually, this was the first year that the donations covered the entire cost of the candy. The annual chili cook-off, how many have attended the chili cook-off? You don't want to miss it. The annual chili cook-off this year raised over $60,000 for the AAA project, and also $7,500 for community initiatives. This year's contribution from the chili tasting kits was donated to a local elementary school in Orange Park. They graciously accepted the check in the amount of $7,500 to help support different programs, attendance, academics, character development, and skill building. During the holidays, we donated over to the Orange Park Fire and Rescue Department fried turkeys, honey-baked hams, and also cookies that were provided to the town of Orange Park for their Christmas party. Moose Haven partnered with Concert on the Green to host their annual Cocoa and Carols community event at Moose Haven for the third consecutive year. This festive celebration included performances by local school bands and drew approximately 8,500 people to see this Hallmark-style Christmas event. Moose Haven proudly hosted the annual Clay County Police Memorial. The law enforcement and fire rescue agencies from Northeast Florida gathered to honor those who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty and to support the families of the fallen. Each summer, residents engage with Moose Heart students at Moose Haven, fostering intergenerational connections and meaningful opportunities to give back together. The week features activities that they celebrate their shared mission, benefiting both groups through reciprocal experiences. Indeed, we're always active at Moose Haven. I am worn out just telling you about it. Are you tired yet? Moose Haven promotes its mission on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. Our website includes several essential landing pages now, the AAA Project. There's updates on the pavilion and the Sports Recreation Center very often. The newsletter, access to the archived newsletters, and an option to sign up for the e-newsletter. Sunshine Grandparent, this is the place you can go and get your information on a Sunshine Grandparent, and we'll be glad to send you information for you to meet your grandparent. A special thank you to the Director of Communications, Marina Matthews, for those constant updates. The Moose Magazine publications significantly boost interest in Moose Haven. Each new publication, we notice an increase in requests for the program. Thank you to Kurt Wiebe and his staff for always promoting us in the magazine. I would like to acknowledge some exceptionally generous commitments for the special projects in fiscal year 25-26. This is truly remarkable, what I'm going to read off to you, because especially considering the many contributions provided for the AAA project through our fraternity. The Moose Legion has committed $227,000 for a one-year project to address key items on our fiscal year budget, capital budget. The funding will provide covered parking for the buses and vans, new restroom floorings throughout the Paul P. Schmitz Healthcare Center, cabinetry refacing at the Catherine Smith Memory Support Hall, a scissor lift for facilities, and a new tour cart, among other needs. The Pennsylvania, any Pennsylvanians in here? All righty. You have committed $100,000 for the Centennial HVAC upgrade. Ohio in the house, OH? The Ohio State Moose Association raised $120,000 to buy 2 new 14-passenger vans, and we're happy to report the vans have arrived. The Virginia Moose, they have raised in a very quick manner $85,000 to buy a new ADA accessible van for our wheelchair-bound residents to take for medical transportation. I'm happy to report that fundraising is done and we're on the search for a new van. Thank you. Thank you so much. The California Nevada Moose Association, are you here? They committed $25,000 to replace the tile roof at our California Nevada building as their president's project. In addition to the generous donations directed toward the AAA project, particular items for that project has been funded. The 5 Club membership project contributed $34,935 for the golf simulator, $17,887.48 was donated from various lodges to finance the purchase of 2 electronic shuffleboard tables. The Moose Associations of North Carolina and South Carolina, are you here? All righty. All righty. They are actively fundraising for our outdoor tables and chairs for the pavilion and also for the patio furniture for the 2 courtyards. North Carolina also provided the light fixtures for our billiard tables. Thank you so much. We appreciate the numerous lodges, chapters, associations, Women of the Moose, Moose Legion, and all the individuals who contribute throughout the year for special projects, wish lists, and daily needs. Special thanks to Moose Charities for their remarkable commitment and fundraising abilities. It's only been 3 years since we kicked off the AAA project, and I am super excited to say construction is right on target for completion, and we hope to use our pavilion by July 4th and the Sports and Recreation Center in December. This is awesome. This is quick. The money is raised. You did over and above what we needed. So thank you so much for everything. So I do need you to mark your calendar. You don't want to just come to the chili cook-off. You want to attend the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Sports and Recreation Center and also the pavilion. So we encourage you, if you are coming to the chili cook-off, come early on Friday. At 1:30 is when we'll have the ribbon cutting. It's sure to be a great celebration. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart to thank you for turning our dream into a reality. Your support enables every resident to fully enjoy their retirement years. At last year's convention, I showed you a virtual tour of the pavilion and the Sports and Recreation Center. This year's video features an actual tour of the construction progress filmed on April the 24th. Are you ready to see the progress? Are you ready to see what all the excitement is about? All righty, let's watch it. Sidewalk superintendents, how are we doing?
Great.
How are we doing? Are they working the way they should be today?
Yes.
Are they hard workers?
Yes, they are.
All righty. Is it exciting that we are building coming up?
Very exciting.
I get excited coming out here watching y'all watch them every day. So it's like, but today I get to actually walk through.
Here is the curvy entrance, main entrance right here. You can see the radius. So I'm sure everybody's gonna be using a bunch of different doors. But this will be like the showcase door where people come in, probably do your ribbon cutting here.
Yeah, so we're coming in the front doors. This is gonna be our donor wall here.
And to our left is where the dart room is at. This is where the bar is at back here. This is the back of the bar.
So how far out does it extend for our seating area?
So you have a wall comes from the edge of that block, comes back this way, and then that area back there is restrooms and game rooms, or the video game rooms on the far side. Yeah, the arcade. They have the golf simulator right where about those door frames are piled up, and then over there is the shuffleboard on that far wall there, and then that little enclave back there, that's your pool tables.
In there.
It's going to be very spacious, big high ceilings.
Great.
The first time people walk in here, it's going to be breathtaking.
It's going to be a wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a big
I told
wow.
y'all we got to have a wowing. Great.
And then once they start going to all the features,
Yes.
it's going to be overwhelming.
That's wonderful.
I hope.
John, to my left.
Oh yeah, it's the bowling alley. And last but not least.
Wow.
Behind it is kind of a lounge, sitting around area.
So as they're lined up over here to bowl, this kind of opens.
This is the exercise area. So the multi-purpose room will be right over here behind you.
Wow, it's big.
Exercise room.
And then it's hard to imagine through those beautiful glass windows right there, big picture windows is where the seating area will be. The courtyard,
With
the
the fire pit.
Yeah,
An
that's going to be
outdoor
amazing.
courtyard.
We
With
have
the fire
so much
pit.
to look forward to. All right, the pool. Yeah, I heard this week that the pool's smaller, and I said, I don't think so.
You're going to slip under here, and then you look out on the pool.
Oh, wow.
You see the exposed pipe, and that's for the system that puts air into the thing like a giant jacuzzi. So that's one of the things I was going to tell the sidewalk superintendents is this does have forced air coming in, therapeutic, action.
All right, so I think we'll move on down to the pavilion.
Okay.
Mhm. All right, John, you and Joni,
Well,
tell us about
here
this
we are in the
amazing
picnic
building.
pavilion, and we
100 by 80,
Yeah.
8,000 square feet.
and we're just about done with the structure of it. These guys are doing the trim, the gutter, tightening up, fixing up, sprucing up. We have the ridge cap to get put on.
So it's just amazing the size under here when I'm thinking about the furniture that the North Carolina and South Carolina Moose are donating for us.
wow.
It's going to be a teak colored, that polyfill type wood that's heavy enough to always be here. So our setup for our guys are just so much easier because it's going to be just ready to roll. And the restrooms is a huge plus.
Yes.
Because before, as you know, we would have to put tents up and go to the Michigan building back door
Oh,
to
boy.
take the residents to the bathroom.
Oh boy. No more of that.
No more of that. They're right here, so that's going to be truly
And they're
amazing.
climate controlled.
Yeah.
And the hot and the cold, that's a plus.
That is a plus, so that's going to be really great. But we are really excited. The progress is moving along, Joni, just like you projected, and even sooner in a lot of, for John to be aggressive in what we're doing. And yeah, we are too. So we really appreciate it. So what do you think? Well, the construction has progressed significantly since the filming, and it's progressing daily. So keep up the latest photos on our website so you can see, why our campus is buzzing with all kinds of excitement. We can't wait for all of you, to come see it. We can't wait for all of our residents to have all the first, like the first picnic under the pavilion, the first swim in the pool, the first dart throw, the first bowling pin to be knocked down. There's so much that they're going to be looking forward to, so it's going to be so great. And thank you seems so insignificant for what you've done for the residents to enrich their lives, and not only with a project like this, but every single day. And I just want to thank you so much for that, and everything that you do for us throughout the year, not necessarily such big projects, but daily what you do for us. We could not do I could not do what I do as a job if it wasn't for you. We could not do for our residents. So thank you so much, and join me in recognizing, I know I've got some residents and some staff in here tonight, so Moose Haven residents, where are you at? Moose Haven staff? I might be too late for the residents. Thank y'all so much. Truly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for making a difference in the lives of children, seniors, and communities. God bless each and every one of you. Gary, I thought I was not even going to be able to touch your message. I'll tell you one thing, that's amazing what you told us tonight. We have so much to be excited about. Thank you so much.
If you go online, you may see pictures coming up very shortly with the steel structure going up for the roof system, so that's even more exciting. Helen, thank you so much for that incredible report. We love to hear about happiness and contentment of our Moose Haven residents who are anticipating the completion of the pavilion by the 4th of July and the new activity center by Christmas. We can't wait to see our residents enjoying the new campus amenities. Is there a motion to accept the report of the Moose Haven Board of Directors over here?
Mike Conway, California Nevada Moose Association, Buena Park Lodge, 1945.
Amazing, thank you. And
Dan Prouty, Administrator, NERC 499. I make the second.
Mr. Prouty, I thank you for the second. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor, sign of the moose. Opposed? I love that. Okay, we will now hear the nomination for the top office of our fraternity, that of Chairman of the Board, Moose International Board of Directors. I call to the podium Janine Green, daughter of John and Sherilyn Ryder, a member of Dunellen, Florida Moose Lodge 2308.
Chairman of the Board, Bob Funky, CEO, Scott Hart, members of the International Board of Directors, and members all. He stole a little bit of my thunder because some of you might be wondering who I am and why I'm up here, but before I got married, my last name was Ryder. And my dad has been a loyal Moose member since longer than I've been alive. It was 1989 when one of my dad's closest friends asked him to join the Moose. 6 months later, he joined the Moose Legion at his friend's prompting. Tragically, 45 days later, a car accident claimed the life of that friend. My parents had just moved to the area from Iowa, so Dad found a support system and friendship by continuing to attend meetings at his local lodge. My dad was encouraged to run for trustee that spring, and once he did, there was no stopping him. This man has held every office in the lodge except for administrator, including governor 4 times over. He served as district secretary for 6 years and 2 years as president. He served his association in all elected and appointed offices, including president. He has served on the Moose Haven Board of Directors, for 8 years, and Moose Charities Board for 2 years. His Moose career wasn't the only successful endeavor he embarked on, even though we're all tired just hearing about it. He also had a very successful career stock car racing, including being a dirt late model track champion. He spent many nights in the garage with us girls turning wrenches. He also managed to carve out time to serve as president on my school's PTO when I was in grade school. He also has spent 45 years married to the love of his life, my beautiful mother, Sherilyn. Yeah. Together, they raised the 3 of us kids with the most love and the most nurturing environment a child could ever ask for. Being raised on a farm in Iowa, my grandparents always instilled to him that helping others is a priority in this life. This has stayed with him as a Moose Heart and Moose Haven representative, and he has helped over a dozen children into the care of the Moose Heart campus, and he has helped over 24 of our members to retire and spend the rest of their lives at Moose Haven. In 2017, he was elected to the Supreme Council in Las Vegas and has served on the council and now board of directors. He has served as chaplain and this past year as vice chairman of the board of directors. So it really should come as no surprise to any of you fine folks out there in the audience that I would like to nominate my dad for the position Moose International Chairman of the Board of Directors, John Ryder.
Thank you, Janine. I now call to the podium Jessica Tidwell, daughter of John and Sherilyn Ryder and member of the Dunellen, Florida Moose Lodge number 2308. I don't know why I have such a hard time with Dunellen.
Good evening. Chairman Funky, CEO Hart, and members all. It is an honor for me to stand before you and share some heartfelt words about a man who can do it all. As my sister said, my dad, John Ryder, has spent a lifetime helping others. John is someone we can always count on. In the face of adversity, he stands tall, displaying unwavering courage and determination. John taught my sister and I that no obstacle was insurmountable and that we should never let setbacks define us. John has such a compassion for the Moose fraternity and has served multiple positions the last 36 years running down the dream. Therefore, I hereby second the nomination of my dad, John R. Ryder, for chairman of the board of directors.
Thank you, Jessica. Brothers and sisters, you have heard the nomination for chairman of the Moose International Incorporated Board of Directors. You have heard the nomination and the second. Do I hear a motion from the floor?
Chairman Funky, Jerry Monk, Tallahassee Lodge 1075, proud past president of the Florida Bermuda Moose Association. I hereby make a motion to close the nominations for chairman of the board.
And a second.
My good friend, John Ryder. I, Stephen Vellert from the Poplar Beach Moose Lodge, 2057, second that nomination.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show by the sign of the moose. Any opposed? I guess that motion carried. Congratulations, John. And let the celebration begin.
It was a beautiful day, sun beat down, I had the radio on, I was driving, trees went by, me and Dell were singing, a little runaway, I was flying, yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads, running down a dream. I felt so good, like anything was possible. Hit cruise control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, and the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold.
Ha, there's his tractor.
Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. I rolled on, the sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time. There's something good waiting down this road. I'm picking up whatever's mine. I'm running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
If you could hold off on leaving for just a little longer, we're going to do the 9 o'clock ceremony, so please don't rush out. You got more to say?
See you tomorrow, man.
Okay. John, that was a great celebration. State of Florida. You outdid yourself, so you should be proud. John, congratulations. As we close tonight, I ask that you join with me on the 9 o'clock ceremony. When it is the hour, oh, they're ahead of me. That's okay, we get an extra beat later. When it is 9 o'clock, the little children at Mooseheart kneel at their beds to say their evening prayers. Let us face towards Mooseheart, fold our arms, bow our heads, and join them in silent prayer. Please repeat after me. Let the little children come to me. Do not keep them away, for they are like the kingdom of heaven. God bless Mooseheart. And God bless Moose Haven. Amen. We have a very, 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 very frustrated person in the audience. I hope she's still in the audience. Do we have Elaine Fields here? Zion Benton, Illinois. Anybody from that lodge? Illinois left. Well, I just happen to have her moose card. And there seems to be quite a few other things in here, including her phone. But I could always use it as a backup. Anybody know her? Yeah. Anybody know what hotel she's staying at? All right, well, we're going to turn this into Lost and Found. If you know of her or someone who knows her, please let her know. And this meeting is adjourned until Sunday morning.
Quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best,